Hey, I just wanted to do a quick video on kind of the difference between the AcuteB 600R and the AcuteB2 600 AirS system. There's some differences, not huge differences, but in my opinion they're definitely worth spending the little extra money. I'll just show you kind of like what I've originally had was the AcuteB 600, and then I got a AcuteB 600R, and then I got a good deal, so I got another one of those and sold my other one, and then I got recently a really good deal on the AcuteB2 AirS system. So basically I couldn't let it go, and so I grabbed it. So I'm gonna sell my 600R system, but I'll just show you kind of how I shoot and just what the bit of the differences are, what I found. So this bag is a phenomenal bag. So I don't know what other options there are, but this is a fantastic bag. For my beauty dish, I put my light modifier in here, like the cover. I don't know, it's just little pockets and different things. But so both systems come with the regular AcuteB head. I was hoping that the AcuteB2, the 600 AirS system, would have a brighter modeling light, but it's the same modeling light. But it's fine. It's a fantastic head. I love it. This is the 600R, so it's got the antenna. This is for the Pocket Wizard antenna. However, I didn't find it that reliable. I had quite a few misses. So what I do is, so what I do is I got the Profoto Odin system, and the great thing about these is they don't limit you. There's a stereo jack. You just plug that sucker in there, and then I can run my speed lights as well at the same time as this. Okay, so there's the 600R originally came with the PB battery. What's the number? Here it's called PF900934. So this is the regular. This is a lead acid battery. The thing is, though, this thing weighs a lot. For like this, I don't ever use this in the studio. I use it all on location. So I find it extremely heavy humping a few of these around as backups and stuff. So they came out with the new LiFe battery, and that is an incredible battery. In my opinion, focus on this battery alone. The amount of extra shots you get out of it is ridiculous in comparison with this. It weighs a fraction of this. Here, let's just weigh it. So this is lead acid. I got 4 pounds 6 ounces, and this thing is just like nothing. I thought it was broken when I bought it. 2 pounds 2 ounces. Like, I was like, man, did somebody strip the parts out of this? Like, I knew it was going to be light, but oh my gosh, it's crazy how light it is. And both of them work in the old systems right up to just the regular 600 without the R, right? So, in my opinion, spend your money on this battery alone, because the amount of extra life you get out of it is ridiculous. Here in Canada, we go from like where I'm at is like -20 up to about, last wedding was 45 degrees in the sun, and I have never had a problem with this battery. These guys kind of tank after around 0 degrees. So for me, where I shoot, this is just, it's life to me. And they call this POO for life. There's P08, no, P04, and then life. That's kind of the part number or whatever. But so you can use them in this. The kicker is, and this is, I was a little bit annoyed by this, is that this is the 600 AirS, the AcuteB2. I was really hoping, so this has the Air radio receiver in here, and then that's kind of the difference. And I was really hoping that what happens is when you use the PB battery in here and here, it meters completely fine. Okay, you'll go from green. It goes from green to yellow to red. Okay, and I would find all the time when I started using the LiFe battery, it goes from green to see you later, dead. And there's no warning. Sometimes you'll get a yellow or a red, but not very often. And anyway, so I was hoping that this was going to be better being the AcuteB2, and it comes with this new battery, but no, it's the exact same thing. I was kind of a little bit annoyed by that, but so it also goes from green to see you later. But with the PB battery in this, it'll run perfectly. Meters the battery perfectly. What else? Yeah, and as far as the unit goes, so I'm not exactly sure about this, but from what I understand, maybe somebody can comment on the comment section, but from what I understand, there's a super duper amazing chip or something in this that makes the LiFe battery last longer in this. It just kind of regulates it better versus this one. I'm not exactly sure if that's in the battery or if that's in the box. So yeah, so the box, how it works is you got, and they're the same as far as this. So max, okay. And the nice thing is this has got auto dump, so you don't have to always dump. But max is 1-to-1. Then down here, this would be 1/4 power, and then this is 1/16 at the 4 in the middle. It's kind of a strange thing that they go. The least is in the middle here, but and then this is like 2/10 of stops. So yeah, every one of these is a 2/10, just to feather the lighting a bit. Yeah, you got a slave. One thing I'll mention about this, if your assistant accidentally bumps this, beat them. Severely. I was shooting and all of a sudden it stopped working and I was like, oh no, panic. But what happens is this is an optical slave, and if you just bump this, your stereo jack won't work anymore. Your receiver won't work anymore because it's trying to run optically. And I couldn't figure out because it'd fire sometimes because it was running off my speed lights on the side. And then we figured out it was just this. So I beat him severely. Just kidding. You can charge right through the box with the charger. The charger is a 1A charger. You can also get a 2A charger. Which plugs in right there. You can also plug it in directly onto the battery. If I had a battery, you can plug it right in there. Modeling light runs off the battery or off, or runs off an external power source. And then you got your sound here for the beeps underneath. That's basically it. So kind of the difference between the two. Oh, and they also come with the, reflector. But the difference between the two is I'm not completely sure what the B2 is different than the B, but other than I think it's because of the new battery, the LiFe battery, and of course the AirS is that system, the receiving and transmitting LiFe system, and both of the batteries are interchangeable, so you can use the old batteries. These are two LiFe batteries, and then there's the PB, and But my gosh, like 2 of these is still not the same weight as one of these old batteries, the lead acid. Yeah, this is lithium ion versus lead acid. So, am I missing something? But yeah, so the difference, really, you can, if you're gonna use a stereo jack, just run it off the stereo jack. Even just the regular 600 is a crazy deal. Get the box to get in the game, get the AcuteB head, and then spend all your money on these LiFe batteries. I just shoot and shoot and shoot, and it's hard to drain one of these LiFe batteries. I can use it in any weather, hot or cold, not weather, but hot or cold temperatures. It just doesn't die. Oh yeah, also to charge the PB batteries, you plug them in and let them just trickle charge all the time. That's the best thing you can do with them. And you don't want to completely drain the battery if it's possible. This LiFe battery, you don't have to worry about any of that. You plug it into the wall, you charge it, as soon as it's charged, unplug it. You don't have to keep trickle charging. And then this thing doesn't care when you plug it in. You can plug it in whenever you want. You can drain this thing and drain it all you want. Just don't overcharge this. Like this, the PB battery, the old lead acid battery, you want to just charge all the time. This thing, you just charge until it's done, unplug it. Because you actually don't want to overcharge this. And my video died. So I'll just quickly say what I think about them. In my opinion, they're definitely worth buying. If you're considering, I used to use a couple speed lights. I'd be like sticking them multiple heads inside of beauty dishes I'd be building brackets and all this stuff, and it was fine, but you're only, like each flash, you're only gaining like 1 stop of light. Well, 1 stop is pretty good, but this is just like incredible. Like I'll always be using my speed lights for feathering lower lighting and at night and different things, but during the day these things can whack out the sun. Yeah, so like when I'm shooting large large groups of people, not large people, so I shoot brides and weddings and stuff. Hey-yo. Anyways, with large groups of people, I can shoot this at like f16, f22, 100 ISO, 200th of a second, and I just whack them with this stuff. And you get the cool, you know, sun exploding behind them, and dark blue skies, and you know, it gets some pretty dramatic looking photos. And these systems they're just so incredibly powerful that you can do 1,000,000 times more than what you can do with a speed light. So they do cost a lot more, but they're definitely well worth it. You get so many shots out of them. You get this battery, the LiFe battery, and love your life. Like, it costs a lot of money for the LiFe battery, but it's definitely worth it. I'd almost say it could be one of the most valuable parts of the entire system, just the battery alone. And then the other thing is I can also, you know, you can still use the system to shoot, like, I'll shoot, I like to shoot with a really shallow depth of field, so like you can stop all the way down to like f2, 100 ISO, 200th of a second or whatever, and then what I do is I just stack on a neutral density. I have a couple different ones. I bought the Hoya ones. They're digital, Pro 1 digital, multi-coated, and this is an 8-stop, or not 8-stop, but ND 8, and then I also have an ND 32. So I use the 8 times more than the 32. Somewhere in the middle would have been perfect, but I love this. So you can shoot 1.8, you can shoot 1.2. I don't recommend that in broad daylight, but stacking some neutral densities, you can still get away with it. And then yeah, the only other thing I just noticed was the plug is a bit different. I don't exactly know why, but this one, I don't know if you can see that it's raised, where this one's, the older one is flat. All you do is you plug it in, you turn the collar so it's white to white, and you plug it into white, and then you turn the collar. It will lock in. And pull that out. But yeah, I extremely highly recommend either of the systems, even the 600, but get the LiFe battery. And yeah, I think that's about it. Hope this helps somebody. I approve. Hey guys, I thought I would do a little bit of an update. It's not really an update. I didn't actually post the video you just watched yet. Obviously, they're watching it now. I made that video about 10 months ago, and partly didn't have time to post it, and also I wanted to run this and just see what I concluded on this being the AcuteB2. So 10 months later, here we are. Basically, what I kind of read and kind of understood was that the box had some extra guts maybe in it or something that gave extra life to the batteries, or was it just the LiFe battery in general, as we know, produces a lot more power, lasts longer. Now that I've actually ran this for 10 months, I don't think this box actually does have anything to regulate your battery and make it last longer. I think what they're referring to, I think the AcuteB2 is referring to, is just the battery. So really, if you took this battery, the LiFe battery, and stuck it in the AcuteB 600R box, does that become AcuteB2 600R? Because really, I think that this is what's making it a B2. So what I'm kind of saying is that unless they can let me know, unless what I'm understanding is that if you don't need the air system, or if you don't need the R system for the Pocket Wizards, you could go to the, I think it's basically it was basically one of the first models is the just AcuteB 600. There's no receivers in it, and because I mean what I'm doing now is I'm hardwiring the Photix Odin system in, and this, I never get misses with this. The R system in the box, I always got misfires, and I haven't actually ran this the receiver in this yet. I will be doing it eventually, but it's hard to when this is just perfect. So honestly, if you're gonna be putting stereo jacks in, I say I recommend the Photix Odin system. It's awesome. It's flawless. There's nothing. Switches, I'm a little bit disappointed with the switches, but I won't get into that. It's a different thing. I just hit them all the time. But use this, stereo jack it into a 600, just a plain 600, AcuteB 600, and I think you're ahead of the game, and spend all your money on this battery. This is, like I said 1,000 times as you watch the video, the LiFe battery, LiFe battery, LiFe battery. This is amazing. This is like, if I did it all over again, now that I know, I don't think I'm getting extra power out of the box, or it's regulating the batteries better. I don't think it is at all. If I did it all over again, what I'm recommending to my friends and everybody is just buy the AcuteB 600, plain AcuteB 600, stereo jack this in, and buy the LiFe batteries. This is where you spend your money. And then just something I want to show you really quickly is I'm trying to always figure out, I was going to Velcro this on the side, and just right now the method I'm doing is I'm stereo jacking it in, ka-chunk, and then this is actually Magmod. It's a new company, does a light, speed light, magnetic heads for holding gels. Really awesome. But anyways, I got these free things because I was one of the supporter, whatever, I can't remember what it's called. But what I'm doing is I'm just sticking it right in here, and so that's what's holding my receiver. It never goes anywhere. So these, if you can, I don't know if you can buy these individually. You probably can. They're probably just a few bucks. I don't really know, but they're awesome. And I just elastic it right around my handle there. And I lose a finger. Anyways, hope this review helped you guys. Make sure you check out my other site and other videos, canonfastreviews.com, CANNON with 2 N's, .com, and I got lots of stuff going on there. And hope this helps somebody. It answered a lot of questions for myself just going through all this, so hopefully you don't have to go through everything I went through. You'll just buy a great system right off the bat. But highly, 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 highly recommend these. I live by these. Alright, talk to you. Bye.